Hello. Welcome everybody. Oh, it is Wednesday. It's kind of a big do kind of day today. If maybe you don't you're not a geek like me with the astrology. I don't know. But today is our 2-year anniversary of our new life. So, welcome. Happy anniversary, everybody. 2 years today, Saturn and Pluto conjuncted on this date. And I told everybody, and many other astrologers were telling everybody, that this is going to be a change in our life, in our world, the way that we know it. And this is going to bring in a huge restructuring of how we live our lives and how we interact with other people. It's going to affect our belief systems and our values. Fast forward today, that conjunction was a one on authority with Pluto and Saturn in Capricorn, having to do with our government structures, our institutions, our corporations, how we do our day to day. I was telling people at that time about shortages and how there would be mass shortages of food and more restrictions being placed upon people. And here we are. This is a conjunction that will be for 3 decades, meaning that the energy that they set off on that date 2 years ago is going to be for the next 3 decades, because Saturn and Pluto will not meet up again for another 30 years. So we are in this time of really looking at our own inner authority and what our own inner authority looks like, feels like, and how we utilize it, how we are staying in our authoritative light, and what does that mean for all of us. And this time is, right now we have the sun conjuncting Juno at the same 22 degrees. And I'm just looking up the Sabian symbol, which is the Sabian symbols are at every degree within the chart. There is a special meaning for what it is and what that meaning um says. And a woman, and I cannot remember her name, but she channeled each of these of what it is. And this is what for Capricorn 22 degrees: a general accepting defeat gracefully, patience, grace, and the willingness to take a few shots in service to a higher award. Whenever a Sabian symbol contains even a hint of a possible negative meaning, people complain, "My Sabian symbol really sucks." The word defeat may strike some people this way. Think of it this way: victory is but a transient worldly accomplishment. Defeats are the true test of character, because character is that which can never be taken away. Or think of a strategy that is willing to concede a lost battle or to in order to win the war. Think of having a step down off an athletic team, perhaps due to injury. Hand over a baton, figuratively speaking, until your injury has healed. There are many situations in life where it appears a defeat has been suffered, when in actuality it is a show of deep character from an individual who knows when to stand back, when to hand over the baton. How powerful, when we look at that 22 degrees of Capricorn, that this is a time of really looking at what is true to you. This was where people had to really, it might felt like a defeat and you had to step down from a job, or you had to do some kind of changes within your job, but in that has brought you to maybe a better place, a place of bringing in your truth of who you are within your life, within your relationships, and how you relate to the world around you. Many times when we look at what is going on right now, we think of how the horrific things that are going on. But it also is bringing in where we are becoming more resourceful, connecting with people that we are like-minded, finding that community of people that are going to help us to come together in such beautiful ways. So this energy, and especially where the sun is today at that 22 degrees, and with Juno, it is looking at what is your commitment for long term within your relationships, within your projects, with whatever you are putting your mind towards, whatever you're putting your energy, your frequency towards. What is that? Because this 22 degrees is a very powerful spot. Mars is going up to 22 degrees Sagittarius. It's coming off that square to Neptune. So we look at this energy, this frequencies that are coming in, and it's getting us to shift the light, our constructs, and having us to really connect more fully and deeply into what is meaningful to us, and connecting to our God and our goddess, and having them come forth to really guide us in a time when it feels like we are falling down an ever endless hole, a pit. And we're hearing from people in the UK right now where fuel prices and heating prices and utilities are skyrocketing. This is where we're seeing that in the United States right now, that they're going to the store and they're finding that there is no bread, there's no milk. Some states have it, some states don't. And I've had from a lot of different clients from the states, many different stories of what it is when they go to the store. Some say they have to go to a couple stores before they find what they are looking for. Others are saying that, they've contacted family members to say, hey, we can't find rice, we can't find any types of grains. Can you help us out? And people have been sending care packages to family. This is also a time, in saying that, it's like so beautiful that you were able to reach out and connect and bringing in that connection. And this is going to be a year that is really going to have us really look at what are the foods that you want to grow, and seeing those foods that you want to grow. So this is developing, this is feeling into our guides and really having what our guides are saying to us. There's so many different frequencies coming in. So this is really tuning in to your sacral and your solar plexus from your higher self and your guides, and allowing yourself to what feels right. Like, what is that feeling, or what is that energy that they're giving me? Is it, what kind of sign are they giving me, so I can tune into this frequency even more and trust in that frequency, trust in that um energy, or trust in what I'm being told. So it's like, for me, I know when my guides speak to me, it's like either I touch my third eye and I'll be like this, and I get a knowingness, I'll get a voice, and they talk to me. It's within my own voice, but I know it's not me. It's too smart. And it's saying, no, this is, trust in us. This is the direction. It's going to be okay. This is where it's, in doing that, where you might get a feeling of a certain feeling within your body, and yes, that I know that feeling is when my guides come in. Or it's music coming in and guiding you, and you get a song or a verse in a song comes in, and you change the chat, you change the radio station, or you put it on to a different station, and a song comes on that is either the same or similar to what you were just listening to. So your guides are coming through in different ways for you. So this is about looking, getting you to develop that intuitive side. That's why on Tuesdays I do pick a card and have you pick a card, so that you can tune in which card aligns with me. Is it one, two, or three? And then on Wednesday I do the divine reveal. And this is getting you to come into that energy of, yeah, this is the card that is meaningful to me. And I love it when I do it with, other psychics and that and readers that are doing it. And sometimes I'm like, okay, I'll pick this card. And then I go back a couple days later and I'm like, oh, right, I picked this card, I picked this number. And it's like, wow, it was, yes, that is truly the card that I needed to hear. It is really in alignment with what is coming through and what I needed to know more of. So this is really, getting you to trust, right? Trust in self, trust in what you're being told. Sometimes you might get, okay, I want, card 2 and 3, or I want 3 and 1, or whatever. It's like you get told, I need more than one card. That's okay. You're not being greedy. So just an FYI. So this is you coming into your physical body and feeling what it feels like before, and then what does it feel like when I'm picking it, right? So this is when you're asking a question. So you have a question, you're wanting to know what's going to happen, and you are like a yes or no. You can put your hands on your heart, and your body's like a pendulum, like it'll move back and forth, and it'll let you know is this the direction I need to go into? And either your body, you'll get a feeling of yes, or you'll get a feeling of no, or not too sure right now, or indecisiveness. And then you could go down to your hara, which is below your belly button, just in that area, and putting your hands there and asking the same question. And taking a moment and where am I feeling this? And how does that feel within me? So trusting in that guidance system within yourself, because this is, from 2 years ago, was us stepping into our authority. And this is even looking at, where did I give up my authority? Where did I just hand things over because I just wanted it back to normal. And now you're thinking, oh my God, why did I do that? Or that wasn't really in alignment to what I wanted to do. And the beauty part of our divine guidance, of the angels, of the gods and the goddesses, all of them, they don't judge. There is not a judgment there. It is where you come back and you say, you know what, just I'm coming back and stepping back into my divine guidance. I am here. I am worthy. I release. I am sorry for all that indecisiveness and indecisions that I do, and I hand this over to the Holy Spirit, and I ask for inner peace and a miracle. And I want to bring that inner peace and a miracle into my divine light, into my guidance, so that I can be the true version of who I am and not deny that part of who I am. That's part of where, with Juno coming forward too. And that energy with Juno, because it's a very powerful, um she's a powerful goddess. I mean, she's a queen of all the goddesses up there. I mean, there's a reason why she didn't divorce Zeus. I mean, she knows about his infidelity and all of his corruptions, but she still stayed with him through it all. And a part of and being a part of that. So this is really, us stepping forward into that divine energy. And with Eris is coming forth, and Eris is going to, with the sun tomorrow, it's going to get triggered again. And that Pluto Eris, because Pluto and Eris, I mean, Eris takes what, 565 years to get around the sun, and Pluto takes 247 years to get around the sun. So those guys are like very slow moving planets, and in comes the sun, which takes about 30 days on average to get through a sign, activating it. So it's going to activate that square tomorrow, and also heading into a Mercury retrograde. This is where this incoming today, and I'm going to be posting this up there. It's a great day to tune into what in the shadow needs to be brought to the light, and where any tendencies to hold back, resist, or act out, cut need to be brought into a greater balance. Spiritually is not about taking action or taking a stand. That's called spiritual bypassing. But when we do speak up or stand, we need to be aware of what is in the shadows that might be running us from the scene. And and there's a great book on this, is Love and Rage. So learning when to speak up or act versus when to witness and be present and allow the clarity to arise in the path of mastery. So this is this energy that's coming in too. It does feel funky. It does feel out of sorts, but it's not for us to just try and fix it. That's the thing. Don't be trying to fix everything. Right now it's observing, it's feeling it. It's feeling the uncomfortableness in it all. And some of it might be like, "Oh shit, I'm here again. Why is this happening? What's going on? I gotta da 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 da. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I gotta do this." And it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Come back. Let's feel into this uncomfortableness. Let us take a look at it. And what is familiar about it? What's unfamiliar? Why is it that you want to race and just fix it and do that spiritual bypassing? So there might be something there that you have to kind of hold and take a look at so that you can heal it. And you can say, "Okay, you know what? This is what's happened in the past. This is how I handled it, and I was going to handle it in the same way, and the results aren't the results I want, because I want to change the results. I want to change it. So I have to look at it, and it might be that I don't have the answers right now. I don't know exactly, it's like I want to have someone give me the answers, but I know they can't. So I have to sit in the unpleasantness, in the awkwardness, in order to create the new change that I'm looking for. And that's going to be very important over the next several weeks. And especially with Mercury going retrograde, it'll be for 3 weeks. We got to sit in this uncomfortableness. We got to sit in this energy of saying, okay, I'm not sure exactly which direction to go into, but I'm going to have faith in my God, in my goddess, in my angels, that they are going to guide me. I'm going to have faith, and I'm going to put it forward to them to help me and guide me through this. That's going to be so important over the next several weeks as we move through not only the rest of January, but part of February and all of February into March and up to the spring. So we are in this time that we have to kind of feel into the unpleasantness for a while. But it will pass. It soon will pass. If you're, things will get caught up. And if you are, if you're in feeling overwhelmed, especially when it comes to any of the financials, is maybe you need, give them a call, or look at maybe there's different things out there that you can, organizations that you can get a hold of that can give you a helping hand at this time. And don't allow your ego or pride to stop you. Okay? So if you need that helping hand, you need that helping hand. And it's okay. It's okay. All right? So I want you all to have a fabulous day. And if you want to book in a consultation, go to thegurumama.com. book in a consultation. My consultations are, a mix of tarot, natal chart readings. So I bring it all in. And if you are wanting to um, do any focusing or specific focusing on different areas of your life, definitely book in. They are on Zoom and they are recorded. So come on in. And I was just talking to someone about this, and it is for me to stepping into my power and doing this every single time I'm doing this is stepping into that power and that light of that divine energy to guide me with what I'm doing. Because I have to say, I'm going through some freaky, funky times as well, and questioning and looking at, of questioning everything that I'm doing. And part of that questioning is like, do I still want to do what I'm doing? Is this really what I want to do? Things are really slow right now. And it's like, you question yourself. That's part of being human, and questioning what I do and questioning if I still should be doing it and what should I be doing. It's like a flip-flop, and I come back and my guides are saying yes, and then I have to, then I question my guides and I ask. Sorry, that was weird. Yeah, I just sort of went blank. I'm like, I'm talking, I'm on a roll. But yeah, it's my ego gets in where I'm wanting to have things done a certain way. So it's really, um, I think for all of us, we're all going through some kind of unpleasantness within our lives. And we're all going into some weird states of frequencies, and we got to stay faithful. We got to stay faithful. We got to stay in that alignment with our God and with the divine. And that's a huge test. That's a test, through this all. This is a test in our faith. And I would love to say, with some of the hardships that are coming forward, if that they're this is just circumstantial and it's going to be fine. But um, in Canada, we may not be feeling it as yet when it comes to some of the shortages as much as what the United States is feeling, or even the UK. But we will be feeling it, and yeah, the crunch will be coming down for us. I mean, my daughter couldn't find rice. So there are little things like that coming in. So, as I say, if you have it or you need it, definitely stock up on it as much as you can. So, put the hammer away because you've nicked. Thanks, Krista. It's one of those crazy things that we're going, but we signed up on this earth walk, man. And sometimes signing up on this earth walk, we're like, man, fuck, we got to do something different. Anyways, I'm going to send you out so much love. My husband is calling, so I'm going to have to answer it and answer his call. So I love you all. Have a great day. Bye bye.